We're going to start with London Welsh, though. Where did that come from?
Oh, I tell you what, there's a few teams who weren't
wonderful Welsh.
Get over on Saturday night and think, Sunday, what's happened there? Because everyone felt they could play their way into form, put some rhythm, allow Welsh to continue to lose. Suddenly they leapfrog everyone. And, I mean, when did the panic buttons get pressed?
Well, we reckon about Christmas. You get to about Christmas, start looking around the table and saying, God, Welsh are still in touch. And that's what the challenge is. They'll be very aware that they've just got to keep the pressure on, because post-Christmas, things get a little bit funny. Hands get a little bit tighter. You start talking about kicking corners. And Welsh have got nothing to lose. We've seen this with Exeter. If you can get into a game, they've got tremendous spirit. What they needed was the reward of a result. And they opened against Leicester and Quins. There's pretty much every Premiership side wouldn't want to open against that. So tough start to get the win in the third game. Fantastic.
What are the foundations of their win at the weekend?
Well, we knew they were going to play. It was heart, spirit, everything like that. But they've actually got some talented players. You know, again, at the second half, when they crawled their way back in, which I like to see, Briggs, all right, ex of Sale, ex of French, you know, learned his experience of scrimmaging out in France, and Arscott. You know, Tom Arscott, he's playing fantastically, so he's getting in front of his forwards, giving them a target. You know, Briggs carried 9 times, Tom Gouet 10 times. All these things impacted on Exeter.
And late on in the game, where Exeter's so strong, set piece, here came Welsh, nicked a line-up. Exeter thinking we've got to get back in front, couldn't win a ball. Scrum, pen, and then the commitment from Mills, who's the captain. Have a look at this, we'll slow it down. I think we'll put a little circle in just to show that he loses both his teeth and comes back on 3 minutes later.
But that's what you love. That's what you want your captain to do. This guy was a back rower. He played in the second row last year. Committed. Have your teeth.
Sorry, that's what you love?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
3 minutes and he was back on. And it just epitomises what Welsh are about. They're playing their way out of trouble and they're putting the frighteners up certain teams.